I ran through an entire country with diarrhea. That's a good thumbnail though, right there. That's a good thumbnail. Hey everyone, my name is Jake and welcome to Mad Lads, where we're going to be looking at mad lads. It's lads being mad. It's just these crazy people that don't care. But if you're a mad lad, then you may as well leave a like on the video, right? Because apparently it matters now. So if you could do that, hit 69,000 likes or something, that'd be epic. Let's get on with the Mad Lads. My neighbor just got an unsecured wireless printer, so I sent this to him. Hello, I am your printer. I have become self-aware. Run. I don't know how old this person's neighbor is, but if they're like an old person, oh, I feel so bad. They're gonna be so scared. The odds won out. One time, I accidentally deleted my little sister's Minecraft world. She had built her dream house. So I downloaded a modern Minecraft mansion off the internet, and I told her that I stayed up all night building her a new house, and she believed me. And then the odds went out, I just gave gold to my own tweet. Oh, how could you live with yourself, man? You have to go to bed every night knowing what you did. Told this guy I only date people 6 feet or up, and he sent me this. Modern problems do require modern solutions. You gotta get yourself 6 feet, that's how it works. The Windsor Guildhall was supported by stone columns so that, like its predecessor, corn markets could be held in the covered area. Christopher Wren, the architect, was asked to insert additional columns to support the weight of the heavy building above. Wren, however, not believing they were necessary, made them slightly short so that they do not quite touch the ceiling. Come on, dude, come on. I'm just waiting for him to be wrong and the roof caves in on him later. Rick Astley, never gonna give you up. I put a link to this in my girlfriend's Valentine's card and she's still annoyed at me. r/madlads. What's with that random black line though? That's really annoying me. Can we get rid of that? Thank you. Don't call yourself ugly. You can't order me around. Calling mobile of yourself ugly. I wonder if they pick up. So, my mum has a photo of me in her wallet and not of my siblings. She said whenever she faces an obstacle, she looks at my photo and the problem disappears. I felt really touched till she said she also tells herself, what other problem can be bigger than this one? I just read this on Murdered by Words, but it deserves to be in Mad Lads. If Jesus was real, they wouldn't call it the crucifixion, they would call it the crucifact. Vatican City wants to know your location. Why? I'm not a minor. Oh god. That's a good one. God, I'm such a child. All the neighbors see which bin I put out on bin day as I'm the first up and about. So I took the brown bin out, waited while they took all their brown bins out and went to work, then I sneaked ours back in and put the proper green bin out. Psychological warfare. As someone who on this recent bin day forgot it was bin day and had to see the neighbors' bins to actually go outside and put ours out, yep, I don't like this guy. God, I'm sick of these vegans naming their plant-based food after me, so I'm getting my own back. Fresh in the counter today, we have these lovely fresh carrots, made with 100% fresh minced pork, glazed with Italian herb dressing, and garnished with fresh parsley. They do look quite nice, I might try one of them. If you can guess what I do for a living by asking yes or no questions, I will delete my account. Ask me anything. Are you an engineer? Yes, by deleted. I really hope that was the first comment that was on there and literally no other questions had to be asked. Over a decade ago, I worked at Tim Hortons. We always had to wear hairnets and management always told us we weren't allowed to grow facial hair. When one of my friends became assistant manager, he found out that we were allowed to grow facial hair, we just had to have hairnets. Well, about 10 or so of us all started to grow out beards. Our manager tried to tell us we weren't allowed, but we showed him the article in the handbook. He then told us that because the store didn't carry beard nets, we would have to purchase our own, which we refused to do. After a few weeks, our manager finally gave in and bought beard nets, so we all shaved. They must have really hated that manager because, god, that's harsh. That is harsh. Owen J. Baggett became legendary as the only person to down a Japanese aircraft with an M1911 pistol, hitting the pilot in the head while he was parachuting. And they have a picture of this? How do they have a picture? This guy's gonna be in FaZe one day, trust me. Well, he probably founded FaZe. Astral Divinity 69%. Divine Demon Progress by Nobbleboy. Nobbleboy says, I have banned the number 69 from this comment section, so if you actually want to comment something, try to avoid using the funny number. Nobbleboy, I have banned the number 69 from this comment section. Me, an intellectual, LXIX. You're smart, but you ain't smart enough, Nobbleboy. Saw a homeless man with a sign that said, one day it could be you. So I put my dollar back in my pocket in case this dude is right. Homeless man, you weren't supposed to do that. He sees this person, he's like, God, I gotta get another sign now. I'ma make a game where the audio is this, and I'ma report my game so the admins get rickrolled. I presume the audio they were talking about was Rick Astley, but that's a 200 IQ move. This dude just came up to me and played Megalovania on his violin. That is a mad lad right there. He just walks up to random people and just starts playing Sans. Model and actress Anita Ekberg, after being followed and hounded by photographers, beat one of them up. When they threatened to call the cops, she retrieved a bow and arrow from her villa and shot another photographer in 1960. This is the last thing a journalist sees. I don't know if that's legal, but I guess if they were on her property, sure it is. 3 minutes and 30 seconds. Edit. It's the timestamp exactly when the Raid Shadow Legends sponsor ends. Oh yeah. I don't think I've ever done a sponsorship on this channel, but if I did, I wouldn't care if you guys skipped. I'm pretty sure you don't get paid on downloads, so if I get paid beforehand, anyone want to do that? You guys could just skip it away. I'll even say, oh, just skip away, as long as I get paid. The woman in front of me at airport security has a bottle of frozen water. They want to take it, but she says it's not a liquid. I saw this in like a recent video, but right, if she goes through because it's solid, they let her on, but then she gets on the plane and it turns to liquid, does she get thrown off the plane? Is that a thing? Ilkeston NatWest hole-in-wall rises up TripAdvisor rankings. Internet jokers have turned a circular hole in a wall outside a bank into a tourist attraction. Since December 2018, wags have been posting glowing reviews on TripAdvisor for the hole at NatWest in Ilkeston. NatWest Hole is now ranked 4th out of 16 attractions in the Derbyshire town based on user reviews. This just sums up England. Oh, love, I've seen the NatWest Hole at Ilkeston. We're gonna have to take the grandkids down there for a day out. The Domino ad that vanished from YouTube. Nick Robinson. I got here by scanning someone's shirt. The QR code hidden in my merch is finally starting to pay off. Oh, that's a good merch idea. I gotta get on this. Did you know that a pig's orgasm lasts for 30 minutes? Wow, your wife is a lucky lady. God, that's gotta hurt. I rickrolled my teacher today, passed a sheet around with my friends with the lyrics of Rick Astley's Never Gonna Give You Up. He took the paper and just stood there for 15 seconds until he said, I'm gonna show this to your parent. My dad would be proud of me. Hashtag madlad. Can you imagine teaching a class and you take the note and you're like, you know what, I'm gonna read this in front of the class. We're no strangers to love. You know the rule. Wait a second. Okay, so I just wanted to share the absolute best joke I've done recently. My school has a tone, not a bell, that is played over the loudspeakers to signal a class change. I was able to record the frequency of this bell, and it's 694.2 Hz. It's actually like 697.3, but you can barely tell the difference. Then I used a frequency generator on my phone to play it back over a Bluetooth speaker at like 3/4 of the volume to mimic the real volume, and had it play for 4 seconds. It is so realistic sounding that I could barely tell the difference when I showed it to my friend, and she did it. This then allowed me to play it pretty close to the end of the class, and literally everyone just gets up and goes early, no questions asked, till we're out in the hallway, and the only ones there. Then later on, I used it in our social studies department towards the end of the day, and for some reason the classroom doors are almost always open, and when I played it, not just my class, but the entire hallway emptied out because they heard my fake tone going off. It was only when we were almost out of the school that the real bell went off and everyone got super confused. It was the most glorious thing ever. Can you just imagine having that power at school? The ability to stop class 5 minutes early. I'd love to have that. And I would also love to have you subscribe to the channel and maybe leave a like on the video if you enjoyed it, and click another one on screen right now, wherever it is, here, or wherever. I'd love that. Thank you.